Hi, everybody. I'm Randy Arrington, and welcome to episode 92 of Page Valley Living. We're here today at DarkWood Manor in downtown Luray. We're with Wendy Brown, wife of Lewis Brown, the creator of DarkWood Manor, and it is said to be one of the best haunted houses anywhere along the East Coast, particularly in the Mid-Atlantic region. People come from all over to be here. You guys have long lines. We are filming this on Sunday, October the 26th. They've got a few more dates left, but we won't be airing this episode until Wednesday, October the 29th, when they will be in the run for the final 3 nights of this year's run. They'll have the blackout nights coming up, which are very special. We'll talk about those, and we'll also talk about this year's theme. One thing that makes this haunted house unique is the fact that every year they have a different theme and a different story behind it. And this year, for their 25th anniversary, they've got Mother Grimwood's Appalachian Horror Stories, Tales from Under a Dead Moon. We're going to hear all the details about what that means in just a few minutes and learn a little bit about this year's DarkWood Manor and all the haunts and ghouls that'll be included. We'll talk about all that and more when we come back right after a word from our sponsor. At Luray Caverns, the Smithsonian Institution said, quote, "It is safe to say there is probably no other cave in the world more completely and profusely decorated than that of Luray. Come see Mother Nature showing off, only at Luray Caverns. Visit them online at luraycaverns.com to plan your trip today." Welcome back, everybody, to Page Valley Living, episode number 92, right here from DarkWood Manor in downtown Luray. As I said before, we have the lovely Wendy Brown with us here, the wife of Lewis Brown, who is the, I guess you would say, creative mind, maybe disturbed mind, that comes up with all of these stories and ghouls and goblins. And you handle some of the makeup and costumes, and we're going to talk about that in our second segment when we go back to the makeup room. But right now, we're going to talk about this 25th anniversary, because this is very special. DarkWood Manor has become an attraction in and of itself for Luray. I mean, obviously, we've got the national park and the river and the caverns. The caverns draw a couple people, but you guys do really well every season here around Halloween. And I want to go back to the year 2001. And I'm sure it was even before then. How did this get started? What was the spark, the idea that got it launched?
Well, it all became DarkWood when we started dating each other in 2000.
Okay.
And we fell in love, and he was a sculptor, a installation artist, and an oil painter. And he had a daytime job. I was a school teacher, and he, was doing all kinds of interesting art pieces for Halloween parties for his friends.
Now, you said installation artist. What is that exactly?
That's a weird kind of art that you only see in museums, it seems like.
All right.
You kind of like walk into the segment. It's like a little area.
Oh, okay.
So you might see things flying up on the walls, or big pieces that you walk around in a whole room set up.
I see.
So, so we did our first haunt in his house the very first year that we met each other. We had 4 cars that pulled in and 3 pulled away before they even got out. They were too scared.
That's a good sign.
Yeah. And then eventually that year he said to me, people are making a living at doing haunted attractions. And my response was, and? Are you going to do it? I'll be right there with you. I had actually done a lot of haunt acting in my youth. I worked in a haunt called Magic Maze in Charlotte, North Carolina.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And it was just, and my mother is a stage actress, so Halloween was a really big thing for our family.
Right,
so it didn't really shock me that he wanted to do it, and I was all about it. And I still am. We're always psyched about each year. It gives us an opportunity, and I get to perform, which I'm not involved in acting anymore. So it just really it's an exciting time of our life every year to do DarkWood. And
You said that Halloween was big in your household, and you've loved it growing up. What was your favorite Halloween costume that you've ever had?
Mom always made us make our own costumes.
Okay,
So I
see where this is going.
Yeah,
Okay.
so my mom encouraged us to be creative and think outside the box, and so to buy costumes from Spirit Halloween is just not in our vocabulary at all. But yeah, my favorite one was a Black Widow spider. It was just a sweatshirt with some arms sewn onto it with a reflective tapes because we went trick-or-treating, and I really miss that today. I really feel like I'm a big advocate for the old school, door-to-door, knocking on your neighbors, saying hello to the old lady that never gets talked to, and I just don't see that happening today, and it really makes me mad. But yeah, we're big Halloween enthusiasts. I am not a big horror fan. That's not
Interesting.
and that's very interesting. That I do love Halloween, but I'm not into. And you won't see that at DarkWood. There's not a lot of blood, guts, and torture.
Okay.
That is not something that
No
we're
chainsaws
into. We've had chainsaws, but not real chainsaws like
Right.
a lot of other places because
Right.
of the smoke and the fumes are pretty bad for all the actors.
Right.
But
But you're
yeah.
not a Stephen King reader, or
No.
you sit up late and watch the Salem's
mean, I've-
Lot and stuff like that.
So I am a special effects makeup artist in the film industry. So I have to watch things now. Like I really have to study.
For part
But
of your
it's-
craft.
Yeah, but it's not exactly, what I'm really into. I like
Yeah.
Halloween, but that's about it.
Interesting. Well, I know the answer to this question, but I want to see how you might answer it. So, DarkWood Manor, a lot of people talk about this, both the people involved with it and also the people who visit from all over. As we said, they come from long distances to be here, and there's a reason for that, because it's not your ordinary haunted house. So how would you describe it? What makes it different?
It's sort of the Broadway version of a haunted house.
Okay.
We don't do black plastic. We don't do boo scares. We don't have kids in sweatshirts and jeans with a plastic mask on. We actually put on a play,
Okay.
a show.
Now the boo scares, I remember a few boo scares when I still had the courage when I was a little younger to come here. Now I can't hardly make it through the front door, but
Right.
but as you said, there's a different story and a theme every year, and we kind of teased this early on. We talked about Mother Grimwood's Appalachian horror stories, Tales from Under a Dead Moon. We'll talk about that in just a second, but where did the idea come from to take this extra step, create a story, create characters that draw the visitors in more? Where did that come from?
That's probably Lewis. Lewis grew up, he was allowed to take over the whole basement and set up like little miniature scenes for Star Wars or whatever. I mean, he's got a really strong imagination. He's the storyteller. He really is, has a huge love of Stephen King books, in the movie industry, and he knows everything about that. So he really loves to tell the story.
He loves George Lucas, I guess, then also
George
with
Lucas,
Star Wars.
yes, and H.P. Lovecraft, and so those things like Edgar Allan Poe, they have a cult following. So Lewis kind of taps into that cult following, but we do not allow any kind of signature trademark characters in our house ever.
Right.
And it's just been that way the whole time. The whole
Right.
25 years, it's been, let's create a story, a show, a drama.
Right. I
You
remember
know?
one year, even when the actor who played Eddie Munster on the Munsters on
Yep.
TV, you made him stay outside. He was signing autographs out front one year. I don't know if you've had other guests like that in the past.
We have AR. I can't think of his last name. The Texas Chainsaw Massacre actor.
Okay. Yeah.
H.R. Mahalahoff. I can't
Okay.
something like that. But yeah, we usually occasionally have scream queens or
Wow.
movie stars in here. Yeah.
That is amazing. So let's go back to Mother Grimwood's Appalachian Horror Stories, Tales from Under a Dead Moon. If you could summarize it in 30 to 60 seconds, what is this year's theme and story about?
Well, we wanted to pay tribute to where we are here in Page County. You know, we are very proud Appalachian people, and my people are more from the Roanoke area, and his is from Page County. And there's a lot of really cool folklore stories that we're really intrigued by, and we wanted to bring that in, like certain kind of the dark stories that we've been told throughout the histories, and that's something that we wanted to bring in as a part of the whole 25-year anniversary.
And there's something in the haunted house called Dr. Brain's 3D Mind Maze. What is that?
He is one of our signature characters, Dr. Brain. He's been with us for, I don't know, 18 years, 20 years, something like that. He's the actor who plays it. He's very funny. The 3D Mind Maze is a 3D attraction. You put on 3D glasses.
Oh, wow.
It's all fluorescent, and there's a little bit of a clown-esque of it,
Okay.
And Dr. Brain, he puts you into his brain.
Oh, dear.
And you just walk through his brain, and it's very disorienting and crazy, silly, and funny. So it's just a different kind of scare. It's like a little poppy scare.
Wow. And is it one of the stops in the haunted house or towards the end?
It's a second attraction.
The second attraction once you go in.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, all right. Well, we're going to talk about more. One thing before we go to break is I didn't realize that for several years now, you all have had a gift shop. And in that gift shop is not only T-shirts, some commemorating the 25th anniversary of DarkWood, but many of them are locally made products. Talk about some of the folks who have things in there.
Yes, I just absolutely love support local artisans. Like Nathan Jenkins is a local basket weaver. I have some of his wooden products. I also have Ben Stromberg. He's a local photographer. His abandoned houses of Page County calendar. Artisans such as Debbie Sonderberger and
the Painter
Cindy
Sisters.
And Cindy Bannock. She's also an artist, and
Luray has some stuff in there.
no, Lori didn't.
Oh,
No.
okay.
I was
sorry.
trying to connect
I'm
her
sorry.
with the other two girls,
Yeah.
the other two sisters. Leah Pence has some of her earrings in there, and of course Lewis makes some really cool little products as well. So
All right.
yeah, lots of different people.
So as they come out at the end, they're in the gift shop, they can take home some memorabilia from
That's
the
right.
DarkWood Manor. That is wonderful. Well, it is the 25th anniversary of DarkWood Manor this season. They're going to be wrapping it up on this weekend, Halloween weekend coming up. And we're going to go back in just a moment to the makeup room and see where some of the magic happens. We're going to do that in just a moment after another word from our sponsor. At Luray Caverns, you can hear music of symphonic quality from ancient stone formations on the great stalacpipe organ, the largest musical instrument in the world, only at Luray Caverns. Visit them online at luraycaverns.com to plan your trip today. Welcome back to DarkWood Manor, everybody, in episode 92 of Page Valley Livin'. And for this second segment, we're going to go inside to the makeup room where it all happens. And Wendy's going to give us a little bit of a tour as we come in. And so this is the main entrance, I guess, where you come in, and they take your tickets here, I guess.
No, the tickets are taken outside.
Tickets are taken outside.
Yep.
This is where they welcome them, I guess, to get scared.
Yep, we have an actor in here. I'm not going to tell you anything about it. You have to come see it.
All right.
Come on in here. This is the second
wow.
room. This is Mother Grimwood's room, and she talks about what an Appalachian horror story is, and she opens the door and leads you in.
And you can get one of these books at the gift shop, can't you? Like a
Yep.
little journal?
Yep.
Like? And this old organ,
Yeah.
wow. Any story behind that?
It was picked up in, I think, Front Royal by one of our artisans' friends, maybe, picked it
Okay.
up. Yeah, it's
All right.
beautiful. It doesn't work anymore. I think he refinished some of the stuff.
That looks
But I can't
awesome. Just the
remember. Yeah.
the craftsmanship.
Thank you.
And you're going to lead us back in here and show us some of where the costumes
Yeah.
and such are.
So my actors, they put their costumes away in this area right here. All their masks and costumes. They have little changing areas.
Okay.
And so they just hang out here. It's pretty crowded. But it's like a family in here, and we all just get crazy and get dressed in here.
Let's turn around and look at some of these crazy masks that we got going on here on 2 levels, hats and all.
I'm
my
disinfecting masks when I turn them inside out. So.
Oh, okay.
And that's a woolly booger.
A woolly booger. All right, and then we're going to head over to the other section that you were talking about. Okay, back here we got wardrobes. Okay.
Still wardrobes where they put all their masks and their costumes, all their shoes. Okay.
Oh, okay, and even got a place for the shoes. Okay. Well, we're going to go right back past our cameraman here and go back out into this section. I'll let you lead the way. And this is the makeup room?
This is the makeup room.
Okay.
So where the magic happens. We have 5 makeup artists and 1 hairstylist in here working. They come and start getting ready about 4:30, and they're ready by 7. We have about 40 actors, so we have a lot of work to do.
Wow,
to get
40
ready.
actors, so you have about 2.5 hours to get them ready to go. All right, well, we're going to go over to the makeup area and talk about the rest of it and all of the details that go into getting these characters ready. And here we are in the makeup room of DarkWood Manor with our host here today, Wendy Brown. Thank you so much. I didn't thank you earlier. I'm going to thank you now for taking the time
thank
out
you.
of your day. Y'all are getting ready for a show tonight, so I appreciate you spending this time with us.
Sure.
Now, you just told us a moment ago that it takes 2.5 hours. You have 40 actors to get ready. How many different people do you have doing makeup?
We have 5 makeup artists.
Okay.
And we have 1 hairstylist. And we have a wardrobe manager.
Now, are most of them just trained in cosmetology, or do they take a special training to do this kind of makeup?
I do classes on special effects all the time on Tuesday nights. Anybody is welcome to join us.
Okay.
And, they have to stick with it. And once they stick with it, they can stay with the team.
Now, we talked earlier that, DarkWood Manor is not just your everyday run-of-the-mill haunted house in a garage. This has detailed sets, movie-quality makeup, talented actors, and it's a theatrical, interactive haunted house experience. So, tell me about the movie-quality makeup. What puts it to that level that you can tout it as movie quality?
Well, for the last 20 years, I've been working in the film industry because of DarkWood Manor. There was one of our makeup artists back in the day, one of our first or second years, third years, I don't remember when Wendy Brown started with us. But he had a good friend in Charlottesville making a movie, and I was teaching at the time, and they asked me to be the makeup artist, and I was like, okay, sure, I guess so. I had grown up in the film industry, the theater world,
Yes.
and so I didn't really want to go that direction. I was a teacher; that was what I was focused on. But I did that one movie, and I was hooked. So I've been doing makeup for a film for a long time. I just got done doing a film, full-length feature with some pretty good actors and world-renowned stunt coordinators.
Oh, wow.
Out of Highland County.
Oh, wow.
And that's called the Valley of the Shadow. Shadow of the Valley, sorry.
Okay.
And that's going to be a vampire film.
Oh, wow.
And I also did I can't think of Dope Sick out of Covington.
Oh, okay.
And so I've been doing, stuff for years. And so that's what I bring to the table. I want everybody to know how to do special effects makeup and work on films eventually, hopefully, that they'll learn enough.
Very interesting you did Dope Sick. Beth Macy wrote that book. She was a former reporter for the Roanoke Times, and has written several. Factory Man is another one that she wrote about the globalization of the furniture business that was so big with Bassett Furniture down in Henry County.
Yeah.
And then did the story of Dope Sick. So I'm interested with that. Were you getting actors to look like they had been on crystal meth?
No,
or something
actually,
like that?
I did the background for the coal miners.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay. Very interesting because that's a really interesting book and movie that she
Yeah.
did. That first movie, we didn't get the name of that you did, the very first one with
Oh, that was Lullaby.
Lullaby.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's also an Appalachian tale as well.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So also this station right here is Gwenny. She just graduated from cinema makeup school in LA. She came
Okay.
back to Woodstock to take care of her dad, and here she is. So I've got makeup artists in this room that are professional, and also some young kids who are trying to learn the craft.
You said
So,
she's from Woodstock. What other areas do you have people coming in from that are working on the production?
Harrisonburg. Kizzy's from Harrisonburg, but she was Page County originally.
Okay.
So she's come back to her roots. Yeah.
And with 40 actors, what areas did they come from as well?
Oh, all over.
All over.
Yeah, West Virginia.
Oh, really?
Stanton. Yeah.
Wow. That's quite a region you're pulling from.
Yeah, I think we would have more actors, maybe even more professional actors if we lived in a big city.
Right.
There'd be a
right.
lot of good things that would come from being in a big city, but we really love Luray. We love being in a small town, and we love Luray. And
How did they hear about you? Just word of mouth? Or?
yeah,
Okay. And do you actually have auditions? Or is it sort of like people show up and you find
we
a place
call
for
it
them?
auditions, but we just want to know what people can do. But we accept everybody.
Now, the one thing that's very important for all of you out there, if you come to DarkWood Manor and you are petrified like I am, the actors cannot touch you, right?
That's right.
The actors cannot, and that's what I always say when they get up in my face, say, you can't touch me, you can't touch me. But the other part of it is we don't really want the visitors touching the actors or punching them or screaming, well, maybe screaming in their face.
We've had
but-
some really bad situations, and we just want to avoid those at all costs.
My poor wife, when she gets scared, her first reaction is
To hit.
to throw an arm, to throw maybe a clutched fist, and I always worry about. But when she comes here, she loves it
Oh, good.
and enjoys being scared. I not as
Not-
much.
Why not?
And I'm the ones who, like, I know in the past, Alex Seal has worked with you guys, and Alex Seal used to want to be here on the night I was going to come. He would get me to tell him when I was coming to DarkWood Manor, just so he could stand back here and laugh at me behind the scenes, because I'm
Yeah.
quite a scene going through there. Now, we talked before about the story of Mother Grimwood's Appalachian Horror Stories, Tales from Under a Dead Moon. And I noticed on your website that there is a 54-minute video, I believe, of different horror tales. That are all of those incorporated in the haunted house this year, or some of them, or what is that video about?
That is a reading, like an AI reading of
Okay.
all of my husband's stories that he's written.
Okay.
And they are based on lore for this year. They're
Okay,
based on
sure.
true, well, not true stories, but the
Folklore.
Appalachian folklore.
Yeah.
But he wrote it, so and they just you can have them read it to you so that you can listen to it.
I was going to save this for last, but maybe I'll go ahead and ask it now. Is it strange being married to a man like Lewis with the kind of mind and inner workings that he has? Does he scare you sometimes, or are you guys like peas in a pod and you both have that sort of a strange view of the world?
I am so grateful for him in my life. I feel madly in love with him, and I just am so blessed to have a man who supports me
Yeah.
in whatever I want to do.
Yeah.
You know, and I said I wanted to work on movies. When I was working on that movie I was just telling you up in
Yeah.
Highland County,
Yeah.
and most movies are shot in October because of the change of the leaves.
Yeah.
And I am in the movie business because he let me. He really supported
Okay.
me. He backed me. And I did the same thing for him. He had to work a part-time job for many, many years until we made enough for him to have a salary from this. I don't make anything from this, really. I have to still do my own thing and, work. But it's the best life. It's the absolute best life that we could be creative artisans and make a living, support our son, and do what we love. It's great.
Wow, that's
And
amazing. Don't we
I
all? We should all be so lucky.
and I really push this with my actors and the people around me and the young people I'm exposed to. You can do anything you want. You can just set your mind to it. Even if from Page County, you could be working on great movies.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, that is very inspiring. Getting back to the makeup here, since we're sitting in the makeup room, I wanted to ask: is there anything that's a particular challenge that's really hard to get? I know that Lewis makes the mask, a lot of the masks sometimes, but when you're doing makeup, vampires, werewolves, ghouls, fake blood, is there any particular thing that you have a certain trick for, or that you find particularly challenging or hard to do?
No.
It's all easy peasy. Okay, all right. All right.
Well, when you've been doing it for 25 years.
Well, sure. I see. Okay. Now,
Getting people to wear masks is really hard.
well, I would imagine being behind that mask for so long. You guys are here for what, maybe 2-3 hours a night when you're doing
4 hours.
4-hour production, so from 7 to 11. Okay, from 7 to 11, and that's for the last 3 nights coming up: Thursday, Friday, Saturday, going through Halloween, and then November 1st, and coming up this weekend. You've got something that you haven't done before. You've done in other seasons, but you haven't done yet this season. Are blackout nights. Now, tell me, if it's black, how can I see all these beautiful sets? How does it work?
Yeah, Lewis hates it. He really, really hates it because it just kills. I mean, he uses light as a part of his art.
Sure.
You know, and so it is, you don't just go into a dark black hole like a lot of haunted houses. This is a real, stage lit, Disney looking sets.
Right.
And when you turn out all the lights, that just ruins a lot of
Oh.
but we kind of used to joke about this, that there'd be some really tough guys going through. Oh yeah, bro, I'm not gonna get scared. I don't like you. And we just would joke around and say, what do they want? For us just to turn out the lights and hit them with baseball bats? And so we started doing that, the blackout, and it is a lot scarier. People are more scared of the dark than anything, right?
Yes, the unknown.
And we don't totally turn out the lights, by the way.
That was Alfred Hitchcock's big thing, that he would not show you the actual murder scene or whatever, like in Psycho or something like that,
Right.
because he would say your imagination is much worse than anything he could put on the screen.
Absolutely.
So blackout nights is it just Friday, Saturday, or is it Thursday, Friday, Saturday? Do we know?
I think it's Friday and Saturday.
Friday and Saturday.
Yeah.
But and that's for the entire night, or so if somebody wants to see the regular version of it, they would need to go Thursday night to see the regular version.
Yeah.
Friday and Saturday, it's actually going to be blackout. And can they still see a little of the sets? I mean, it seems a shame if they couldn't see anything of the sets.
Yeah, there's just a tiny bit. And that's actually kind of fun for me.
Yeah.
I like to go through with him. We do this design together because, again, I have to hold his hand because he doesn't want to turn out the lights. And I love it. I think it looks so cool. It just changes everything to have that tiny little light in that one little spot.
Oh my gosh. Well, there you go. Blackout nights on Friday and Saturday night. So that's Halloween night and November 1st of their final weekend. The big finale here at DarkWood Manor. And I think we've covered all of the main things that I wanted to cover. So what I'd like to do here at the very end is just give you an opportunity for someone who has never heard of DarkWood Manor, who has never been to DarkWood Manor, hasn't had this experience. What would you say to them out there right now to get them to come in on this final weekend?
Okay. Well, DarkWood is a very fun and exciting place. It is a big show, like a Broadway show, and you get to be a part of it. You get to interact with the actors, talk to them. We give you a coin. Sometimes we give you little other things, but this time it's a coin, and you have to deposit it in the right place. So you have to interact with it. We work all year long on the masks, the costumes. designing the makeup. We have prosthetics, masks, all kinds of cool things, and wonderful sound design. So you're just going to see a really immersive experience. So,
well, for the mind of Lewis Brown and the creations of Wendy Brown here, make sure you catch the last weekend here in the 25th season of DarkWood Manor. It's Mother Grimwood's Appalachian horror stories, tales from under a dead moon. Now, I am a big fan, but I don't think I'm going to be visiting you.
I understand. No judgment here.
It's a little more than I can take, and I'm
That's
getting a
okay.
little older with the pitter-patter here. I got to be kind of careful of that. But folks, make sure you come out this weekend. Enjoy DarkWood Manor. It has truly become an attraction in and of itself right here in beautiful Luray, Virginia. We hope you've enjoyed this episode 92 of Page Valley Livin'. If you have, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Just go to YouTube, type in Page Valley News, and be one of our new subscribers on that channel. As always, we want to thank Eleanor Arrington for all of her work behind the camera and in the editing room this week. And as we end each and every episode, we want to remind everyone out there to go down to the Page County Animal Shelter and help one of our furry friends find a forever home. For Wendy Brown, I'm Randy Arrington from DarkWood Manor. We hope you've enjoyed it, and make sure you come and visit. And as always, enjoy that Page Valley living.